Hello children. So we are continuing with the lesson active and passive voice. In the first video you saw what is an active voice and what is a passive voice. The difference: active voice, in active voice the subject does the action, in passive voice the subject is the receiver of the action. When we convert a sentence from active to passive voice, we generally use the word by, and only transitive verbs can have passive voice. To convert a sentence from active to passive voice, we need an object. An object should be there. Direct object should be there. Now in this video, we will be learning about the different types of tenses and how to convert the various tenses into passive voice. Do you know the rules of tenses, children? What is present tense, past tense, future tense? And how many subdivisions are there under each tense? Now when it comes to present tense, there are 4 types: simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Now children, for example, if I have taken the verb as bakes, the verb as bakes, singular is bakes, plural will be bake, isn't it? So in simple present tense, the active form and the passive form I have written here. These are the rules which are given on page 116. It's given in a tabular form. You have to learn it by heart. Okay. Now, the word bake or bakes comes under active voice. When it turns into passive voice, we use the word is or are, and the word bake changes into baked. That is the past participle form. In the same way, present continuous, active voice, the rule is or are plus ing, the baking, ing form comes. When it changes into passive voice, it is are, again being baked. In the third one, we have present perfect, has or have plus baked, and we write has or have been baked. These are the past participle form. And present perfect continuous tense, has been baking, is the active form, but there is no passive voice for present perfect continuous tense. Remember that, children. So the verb is bakes here. That's why I have taken and given example like this. It's not easy to remember. So we will do each subdivision individually, one by one. And it takes a lot of practice to learn the rules of active and passive voice. Now, as I told you, on page number 116, there is a table which is very important, how to convert from active voice to passive voice. Let's take the first one as simple present tense. Now in active voice, either we take the root verb or we add s, es or is to it, isn't it, in singular cases. And when it converts to passive voice, the rule is, am or are, the past participle form of the verb. This is very important, children. You have to learn this rule by heart. Active voice, root verb or verbs with s, es or ies. When you convert it into passive voice, it is, am, are plus the past participle form of the verb, the past participle form. So you should be very clear with the tenses and the past participle form of each verb. Let's see some examples here. The first example is, Sheila writes a story. I told you the verb and the subject should agree. Subject-verb agreement is very important in active and passive voice. So Sheila is the subject and she writes, singular, Sheila is one person. So she writes a story. Okay, so when you convert it, so this is active voice. When you convert it into passive voice, what is the rule? Is, am, are plus past participle form of the verb, isn't it? So a story is written. As it is one story, we have used the word is and the past participle form of the verb writes. A story is written by Sheila. Next one, my mother makes sweets. Sweets, it is plural. My mother, one person, that's why I've used the word makes. But when this comes to the beginning of the sentence, so sweets are made, as this is plural, it becomes sweets are made by my mother. Then now the interrogative form. This is also important in standard 7. Who sings devotional songs? By whom are the devotional songs sung? So you see, by whom is an interrogative form, singular are because it is songs. By whom are the devotional songs sung? Is it clear? So when it comes to your exercise D given on page number 117, the patient is admitted to ICU after the doctor's recommendation. So you have to fill this blank. It is not given there. Okay. So the patient, they have given the word admit. The patient dash to the ICU after the doctor's recommendation. The word is admit. The verb is admit. So you will write the patient is admitted. The word past participle form of admit, admitted. The patient is admitted to ICU after the doctor's recommendation. Now, when you come to the next exercise, the F exercise, there is a second example, the second one. It is an interrogative form. Does the doctor give you strong medicines? That is what they are given. It is the active form. How to make it into passive form? Are you given strong medicines by the doctor? So, how will you convert it into interrogative form? The verb comes in the front. Are you given, and the subject, are you given? The given is did the doctor give? This is the verb, isn't it? This is the verb. So, you have taken the past participle form. Are you given strong medicines by the doctor? So, here after the present, simple present, you have to do exercise D and exercise E you have to complete. Okay children, so what is the rule for simple present? Is am are plus, what is the rule? Is am are plus the past participle form of the verb. Okay. Now we move on to the second type of tense. What is the second one? Present continuous tense. Whenever the word continuous comes, we use the verb ing form, isn't it? So active voice is am are plus the ing form of the verb is given, and in passive voice we use is am are plus being plus the past participle form. Extra word is coming, being, plus again the past participle form of the verb. I told you these rules are very important. You should learn it by heart here. So active voice is am are plus ing form of the verb, and in passive voice is am are. Extra word is here being plus the past participle form of the verb. Let's see some examples. Okay. So the first example is Rajesh is writing a poem. This is the active form. When you make it into passive form, a poem, no, only one poem is writing. Rajesh being one person is writing. He is writing only one poem. A poem is being written. As it is only one poem here, a poem is being written by Rajesh. Now the interrogative form. Why is she plucking fruits? Is she. But then she is plucking fruits. Plural form. So why are fruits being plucked? Why, the interrogative form, why are fruits being plucked by her? Is it clear? Third example, Shalini is singing songs. Songs, as it is plural, are being sung by Shalini. Is it clear? So you should very well know the rule. You cannot forget the rule. The rule says is am are plus being plus past participle form of the verb. So here songs are being sung by Shalini. Is it clear, children? Now we'll do some questions from your example. The F example will start with the company company is launching a new project. So here is launching. Okay. So you can see the example F given on your textbook, page number 118. So the answer is a new project is being launched by the company. And then the second one, are you preparing vegetable soup for dinner? Is vegetable soup being prepared by you for dinner? Is vegetable soup being prepared by you for dinner? So you have to do exercise F. Any doubt, you can clarify in the live class. Is it clear, children? I have given you the rules for simple present and present continuous. Let's see what is the rule for present perfect. Now here, next one is present perfect tense. In the present perfect tense in active voice, the rule is has or have plus past participle form of the verb. And when it comes to passive voice, you will use has or have plus been. In present continuous, it was B-E-I-N-G, being. It is, here it is B-E-E-N, been. Has or have plus been plus again past participle form of the verb. The third rule is also equally important. Is it clear, children? So, what is the rule to convert to passive voice? Has or have plus been plus past participle form of the verb. Let's see some examples now. The first example, the child has eaten a chocolate. So, has eaten already in past perfect form. A chocolate has been eaten by the child. A chocolate, only one chocolate. That's why we have used the word has. Children have plucked flowers. Have plucked, and it is flowers, plural. Flowers have been plucked. As it is plural, we have used have. If it is singular, we will use has. Who has locked the door? By whom has the door been locked? In interrogative form, by whom has the door been locked? Remember, children, these are important rules. Now let's see one or two examples from your textbook. Let's take the G exercise in your textbook given on page number 118. The first example, the car has hit. The car has hit the old man, already given in past perfect form. The old man has been hit by the car. The old man has been hit by the car. Now, three rules I told you for simple present, present continuous and present perfect form. Now, when we come to present perfect continuous tense, children, there is no passive form. We cannot convert a sentence in present perfect continuous tense to its passive form. Is it clear? Thank you, children.